A massive Saturday of pro wrestling. I'm Matt Carlins, and this is Just Pro Wrestling News for Saturday, February 19th, 2022. A big welcome to those of you listening on WrestleMap.com. You can bring our updates to your website. Find out how at JustProWrestlingNews.com. WWE presents its Elimination Chamber pay-per-view Saturday starting at noon Eastern from Jeddah, Saudi Arabia. We're going to get two chamber matches. Bobby Lashley defends the WWE Championship in the chamber against Brock Lesnar, Seth Rollins, AJ Styles, Riddle, and Austin Theory. The other chamber match will decide the challenger for the Raw Women's Championship at WrestleMania. It'll be Bianca Belair versus the returning Alexa Bliss versus Rhea Ripley versus Liv Morgan versus Doudrop versus Nikki A.S.H. As for the current Raw Women's Champion, Becky Lynch, she will defend the title against Lita. Roman Reigns will defend the Universal title against Goldberg. The Usos defend the SmackDown Tag titles against the Viking Raiders. SmackDown Women's Champion Charlotte Flair and Sonya Deville team up against Ronda Rousey and Naomi. A stipulation added on Friday's SmackDown, Rousey will have one arm tied behind her back. Also, Drew McIntyre versus Madcap Moss in a Falls Count Anywhere match where weapons are legal, and Rey Mysterio versus The Miz. Again, the main show starts at noon Eastern. The kickoff show begins at 11 a.m. Eastern on Peacock in the US and the WWE Network around the rest of the world. Sami Zayn is the new Intercontinental Champion. He beat Shinsuke Nakamura in a match that aired on Friday's SmackDown. Also on that show, Ricochet pinned Sheamus. The premiere of NXT Level Up Friday night saw Idris Enofe beat Kushida. Also, Ivy Nile and Tatum Paxley beat Fallon Henley and Kayla Inlay. The Undertaker will headline this year's class of inductees into the WWE Hall of Fame.
AEW.
Two major title matches are now announced for AEW's Revolution pay-per-view. Hangman Page will defend the AEW Championship against Adam Cole. The match was announced on Friday's Rampage after Cole beat Dark Order's 10. Also now set for Revolution, Thunder Rosa challenging Dr. Britt Baker for the AEW Women's Championship. Powerhouse Hobbs is in the face of the Revolution ladder match at Revolution. Hobbs beat Dante Martin on Rampage. Also on the show, Jay White beat Trent Beretta, and Serena Deeb beat Angelica Risk in a matter of minutes.
Impact Wrestling.
Impact's No Surrender special airs on Saturday night. Moose defends the Impact World Championship against W. Morrissey. Mickie James puts the Knockouts title on the line against Tasha Steelz. The Good Brothers put the Impact Tag titles on the line as they finally clash with New Japan's Gorillas of Destiny. Jordynne Grace gets her rematch against Matt Cardona for the Digital Media Championship. There's a high-stakes 10-man tag, Honor No More, a group of Ring of Honor outcasts made up of Matt Taven, Mike Bennett, Kenny King, Vincent, and PCO, face Team Impact, Eddie Edwards, Rich Swann, Chris Sabin, Rhino, and Steve Maclin. If Honor No More wins, they can stay in Impact. If they lose, they are gone. Also on the No Surrender card, Deonna Purrazzo hosts an open challenge for one of her titles, Jay White versus Eric Young, and Jonah versus Black Taurus. The countdown show begins at 7 Eastern with X Division champ Trey Miguel in a non-title match against John Skyler, and Tenille Dashwood versus Havoc. The main show starts at 8 p.m. Eastern on Impact Plus and on YouTube for Impact Ultimate Insiders. GCW has a pair of shows this weekend. Saturday's card includes Joey Janela versus Mascara Dorada and Nick Wayne versus Jordan Oliver. Sunday has Nick Gage and Matt Tremont defending the GCW tag titles against John Wayne Murdoch and Reed Bentley.
New Japan Pro Wrestling.
New Japan has a big show on Saturday, and Sunday's card is another big one with Kazuchika Okada defending the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship against Tetsuya Naito. Plus, Toru Yano versus Minoru Suzuki in a dog cage match for the KOPW 2022 trophy. Staying in Japan, the former Kairi Sane in WWE, now known simply as Kairi, is back in Stardom. She is set for shows on March 26th and 27th. and Mexico's AAA promotion has a big show on Saturday night, with Hijo del Vikingo defending the Mega Championship in the main event against John Hennigan, the former John Morrison in WWE. That is just pro wrestling news for Saturday, February 19th. Our next update comes your way Monday morning. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. I'm Matt Carlins. Thank you for listening.
This show is a member of the Sorgatron Media Podcast Network. Find out more at sorgatronmedia.com.